What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Polar back at it again. Today we got some more Dragon Ball Super leaked images of Dragon Ball Super episode 130, which is going to air later tonight, but I thought I would show them to you guys earlier on as a sneak preview of what's to come. Also, guys, we're going to be discussing a few of the spoilers, so make sure you guys click off the video if you guys do not want to be spoiled. You guys know the routine, and also smash that like button, subscribe as well is turn those notifications on, and comment down below with your thoughts and opinions on the following images, guys. So the first and foremost one is here, this amazing looking Goku Ultra Instinct punching looking attack. Like, I love the details around his eyes especially, and the ferocity you can feel in this punch. The thing about this image is that not only is it well animated, it just looks so amazing in terms of like the aura, everything about it. You can just feel the punch and the entire feel of the fight in this attack. Now, if you guys notice, my boy Alex Unreal Ultimate Gaming pointed out that this is also very similar to the punch that he did in episode 110. And if you guys noticed, that punch in episode 110, he failed. That was like the moment his heat just he used up too much heat or whatever, and he used up all his power and drained himself for Ultra Instinct. So we did know that all of the action figures and stuff of that, like most of them are hinting towards a major punch, and that's his Ultra Instinct spectacle attack. Like, that's his main attack, kind of. It's a punch, and this picture right here would seem like what they would base most of these action figures off of, because it's just that badass. Now, moving onwards, we have another picture of him putting up his hand with Ultra Instinct, and that one, it seems as though he's like trying to block an attack, but he's very more calm compared to what he was in the first one, where this guy was going balls to the wall heavy, and the animation and everything like that. I hope the entire episode is animated like the first image, because with that image, if the entire fight's like that, that is one hell of a way to end off the show. Remember, back when Dragon Ball Super started, especially in episode 5, we, including myself, we harped on that animation so badly because it was terrible. And look at where they've come towards the end here in the very final battle. So moving onwards, we have another picture with Gohan and the rest of the audience getting hit with a huge fiery blast, and it's not necessarily an attack, but it's more or so the aura. Now, we're not necessarily sure where it's coming from. It seems as though it has to be from either Jiren or Goku. If not, it's a collision of attacks, but from my point of view, it almost seems like it's Jiren's energy, and it makes you wonder, why didn't he use this at the very beginning of the tournament, where he's literally facing elimination right now, and he's on the chopping block? Because literally, if you guys have read the spoilers, from what we've seen so far, Jiren, it does not look like it's going to be going too well for him. Minus the leaked image that came out yesterday. Make sure you guys go check that out. That's going to be from episode 131. The leaked images today are showing that they're going all out. And here's another one of Jiren in his like maxed out form. And this is where you see that he's scratched up. The guy's battle damage, but he's just all in this fight. And what we know is that tonight is going to be where they're going to unleash every little bit of mastered Ultra Instinct and his 100% full power. But if you guys have heard about the spoilers, if you guys are not aware, Jiren's going to defeat Goku. Goku is going to get ringed out. Now, does this necessarily mean Ultra Instinct in its master state is enough to take on Jiren? It still could potentially be that down the line. But remember, Goku went into this fight really exhausted after all of everything, and then Plot Armor Instinct took over. And only a minute of time is what they have in this episode to show us the spectacle of it. And what's interesting here is to see that it's a weakened Goku, and he's still keeping up with 100% Jiren, who still wasn't 100% because remember, Ultra Instinct the first time did wear him down just a little bit. They noticed that there was a change in his power. It was a drop, but he was still holding back at 100% energy. So, I mean, he's not necessarily as fresh as can be, but he's still pretty fresh compared to where Goku was after all of the things that they endured during the tournament. So, the thing that I really wanted to point out in this video is that we know that Goku is getting ringed out regardless, and he's going to be falling off the stage. Frieza and Goku were spotted in the leaked image that I uploaded yesterday, and the thing is, we know that Frieza is going to be jumping into the fight. Now, they have yet to reveal any preview images of episode 131, which is going to be airing tonight, but what I'm waiting to see is how Jiren looks if he powers down a bit, or if he's going to look the same at the end of the fight. Because in episode 130, this is the final battle between Goku and Jiren, and we know that only 30 seconds of the battle is going to carry into the next episode. So with that being said, they have to show us everything, go balls to the wall with the animation, go balls to the wall with all of the fighting and stuff like this, but they have to show us what Jiren looks like at the very end. Is he bleeding at all? Does he have any more scratches? Does his form look smaller? I mean, I think, and like, he would shrink just a little bit, if anything, unless this is what he just looks like underneath the shirt all the time. But regardless of the fact, Jiren has to show something new to the table. Like, he has to show some new attacks, some new fighting styles, some more enjoyment in the fight, honestly, because him being the strong silent type, some people will agree with that a character because it's Akira Toriyama's design, and some people don't. And I know before they revealed that it was Akira Toriyama's design for him to be like this, a lot of people did hate this. They didn't like the fact that we barely got any backstory from whatsoever, and he's probably been one of the most shallow characters or rivals for Goku ever in the series, because if you compare it to Beerus, Frieza, Hit came in almost a similar fashion, but Hit, we had a rematch and everything, and his character got developed quite a bit because we had to see more. But here the series is ending, so it's a different case with him. And then we had Goku Black and Zamasu, who were really fleshed out characters, and now we have Jiren at the end of it all. Toppo was also one that was fleshed out, but he was wasted in terms of, like, during the middle of the tournament. In the very end, he was used as a building point for Vegeta. Jiren right here and now can show us his character through battle, and we know that because he smirked in episode 129, where he revealed to us that he's actually enjoying the fight through that small little hint in a frame. So tell me what you guys think. Do you guys enjoy silent Jiren? Do you guys enjoy shirtless Jiren? Do you guys enjoy Jiren as a character? Do you guys agree with Akira Toriyama's design? Are you guys hyped for episode 130? This is the final battle that we're going to be seeing here, and thankfully it's not the ending of all of the action that we expected in Dragon Ball Super. I for one thought that all of the action was going to take place right here and now, and then episode 131 is going to be the follow-up epilogue, but that's not necessarily the case. Most of this, well, half of the battle is going to continue, well, not necessarily half, but 30 seconds of the battle is going to carry over into 131, and that's where we'll be seeing if Frieza is the one to win the tournament, because from the spoilers, yet again, Jiren's gonna ring out Goku, and there's gonna be a moment where Jiren's supposed to look up at the Omni Kings in shock, because he's like, why isn't the tournament over? And in that instance, that's when he's gonna get death beamed, and Frieza coming out of the rubble, who's battered and injured, fighting Jiren, who's just gone through an entire battle that we're about to witness tonight against a mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. We're going to see how much Goku actually manages to do to Jiren, and if he pulls out all the stops and drains Jiren down to maybe 1%, because what we know is that the original Ultra Instinct Omen did quite a bit of damage to Jiren's energy in terms of, like, it being a noticeable drop in his power, and the dude was meditating the entire time, so now he's recovered, while Goku wasn't. So with those things being said, regardless of it being Plot Armor Instinct, his ability to take this form on, and this form being able to combat Jiren still, it still tells you that Mastered Ultra Instinct, the hype train isn't necessarily dead for it, because this guy, Goku, has been able to keep up with a rested Jiren for the most part, because some people will debate that, like, oh, he wasn't at 100% for sure, but at the same time, he had his rest. Goku, not necessarily. He had a tiny bit of energy that Vegeta lended him, while Vegeta was already drained from his fight, which didn't necessarily make too much sense in my opinion. But with these things being said, Mastered Ultra Instinct is just that powerful that it can take on a fresh Jiren. So with that being said, do you guys think that Mastered Ultra Instinct is going to drain Jiren down to the point where Frieza, who tried to bum rush Jiren before in his golden state and couldn't do anything to him, do you think Frieza will be able to take down a battered and worn out Jiren after Mastered Ultra Instinct is done with him? I honestly think for them to have saved Frieza until this very last point, and for them to have told us that they're ringing out Goku, who's going to be falling off of the stage, Frieza has to be able to take on this form of Jiren. He has to be able to death beam him off the ring or do some significant damage, and I think it has to be in the point of view of where Frieza's the one on top instead of Jiren, because Jiren being the character that he is, it's finally going to be good to see him fall. As badass of as a character as he is, he's been way too strong, and he's been holding back all of his power since the very beginning, and it's like, come on, man, I want to see you fall. He's been way too cocky and arrogant, and that's what's going to lead to his defeat, as most of the fighters have in Dragon Ball in general. Remember, this is the exact same thing that Goku did in Resurrection F. Remember when he was all cocky and arrogant, then all of a sudden, while Frieza was on his knees, Frieza got one of his henchmen to blast Goku right directly in the chest. So, with these things being said, Jiren might pull the exact same thing and end up being his own undoing, because it's very interesting to see how these cocky characters get taken out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. I can't wait to read your comments. Make sure you guys check out my shirtless Jiren hoodies. They will be in the link description below. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Alright, take care. Peace.